Good morning. Welcome to the Afro Latina Show. I am your host, Alicia Anabel-Santos, La Diosa Dominicana La Santera. Welcome to episode 215, The Stories We Tell Ourselves. And today I'm thinking about a lot of things, but the inspiration behind the title of today's show comes from an interview I watched this morning with the author of a movie coming out on HBO titled The Tale. And it's an autobiographical memoir story written by a writer who it's about her life. So the movie's about her life. I'm trying to get you the name of the woman. Her name. Jennifer Fox. Jennifer Fox, 2 N's. And it deals with childhood trauma, childhood sexual trauma. And what I really appreciate about an interview I watched with her was a few things. She talks about not seeing herself as a victim. And she talks a lot about struggling to recover the memory and how part of her, so she'd written a story as a young girl. She was like 13, and she wrote about these two adults that befriended her, who took her under their wing. They were like these mentors to her. They had taken an interest in her and her writing abilities. She had incredible talent. There was something special about her. And it turns out that she had a relationship with the husband who was when she was 13, he was 40. I should have started my episode saying trigger warning in case even hearing this episode is triggering for you, or this subject matter is triggering for you. So I apologize for that. But this episode is not about the abuse. The episode is about the stories we tell ourselves. So that was one of the things that she responded to in an interview, the writer and director of the film, The Tale. What are the stories that we tell ourselves? And so as writers, those of us who write memoir, those of us who write essay, fiction, nonfiction pieces, poetry, and we're writing from our personal experiences, because while I believe in imagination and creating worlds, I also know that as a writer, we are pulling from real life, right? We're pulling from experiences, people we've met, conversations we've heard, songs that inspire us, art that we viewed, dancing, anything can trigger a memory, a feeling, an emotion. And so today I'm thinking a lot about that. What are the stories that we tell ourselves? And so as I reflect on writing my memoir and going back in time to see myself as a 16-year-old, a 17-year-old, an 18-year-old, writing it from the point of view of a 40-year-old, there's such a span, such a difference in voice. There's no way for me to truly capture who I was at 16 through my 40-plus year old mind. right? Because I've transformed and I've changed. And so there's that piece in this episode, this diary, around how we recover memory, use our senses, and reconnect with a time and a place, and make it real, bring it present day, right? But then just in general, living in the bodies that we live in today, what are the stories that we tell ourselves around how we're living, who we surround ourselves with, why we don't achieve a certain thing, why we haven't gone for a certain thing? What are the stories that we tell ourselves? They could be rooted in trauma. They could be rooted in things that were told to us or said to us, our conditioning as children, as teens, and young adults. Who are we today? I know that I am not the same person that I was when I was 15, when I was 25, not even when I was 35, and shit, not even at 45. And someone who is turning 47 this year, approaching 50, I would like to think that I'm rewriting a new story, right? That's where we're at, right? Trying to write a new story. So with that, let's meditate. Let's meditate. Let's meditate. Close your eyes and get comfortable. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. What are the stories that you tell yourself for why you can't have this certain thing, can't live a certain way, can't do a certain thing? What is the story? What is the narrative? You can pause this meditation at any point to journal, to free write, to reflect, to answer the question, to really dig. What's the song you're playing on repeat? Who are we today? Who are you today? And what is the new story you are writing for yourself? My new story looks like, the story I'm writing for myself is, the person I am becoming is, and when you're ready, come out of meditation. So there are stories that we tell ourselves about why we can't do a certain thing. But if we really dig and look at it, we know that it's shit that other people have put on us. And so we, at any point, can totally take control of where it is that we're headed and what it is that we want for our life. And so I wish that for you, right? I wish for you to write your narrative and not allow for somebody else to tell you who they think you are, or what they think you should have, or how they think you should live. Do you, boo. That is our episode. I'm going to teach, I'm going to share with my seniors, with my elders, and get love done. So, my intention today is to be opening to receiving the love that my elders have for me. And I'm wishing you a day of exploration and joy and fun. Peace.